Hello, my friend. Welcome back to Mama Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu, and today I have an Aries practice for you. So Aries is a fire sign. They're ruled by Mars. The part of their body that they rule is the head, so they can be really headstrong. They can be really stubborn, but they also know how to accomplish things, how to get things done, how to start projects, how to help build teamwork, how to get everybody on their side and get going with projects. They're confident, they're enthusiastic, they're optimists, and they're honest. And so we're going to cultivate that. They're also a pitta sign. So there's that fiery dosha within us, and they help to activate our doing center, our action center. And so Aries has to work to balance out that action with some rest. They need to balance out their linear thinking, their one-track mind, with being able to open that up and see the bigger picture and allow themselves to sort of slow things down. So we're going to play a little bit with both of these things. We're going to light up a little bit of fire within our belly, and we're also going to bring our attention and our awareness into the crown chakra and the third eye chakra to help balance out that energy within ourselves. This is going to be a quick little fiery flow, but I invite you to come down to your seat to start. So find a comfortable seat of your choice. Let your sits bones ground down. Maybe you move the fleshy part of the buttocks aside. Find a nice tall lift in the front body and a grounding in the back body, relaxing your shoulders down and away. And take a little moment to allow yourself to arrive, to soften through your jaw, to relax your throat, to really claim this space and time on your mat, and maybe to bring your vision of what you want from your practice today down into a nice singular line, a nice focus. So bringing focus into your practice. So maybe bring your hands to your knees or your thighs. Let your jaw soften, let your shoulders relax away from your ears, and just take a couple of breaths here to settle in. As we move through our practice today, I invite you to feel into these three affirmations. I move toward my goals with energy and enthusiasm. I remind myself to have patience with myself and others. I allow my need for action to be balanced with grace and gentleness. As you feel into that, bring your palms together and just start rubbing and creating some heat and some energy. Try to get nice and swift with that movement. Feel that heat building in your palms, that chi. Give it another moment here. Maybe rub a little bit faster, a little bit faster. And then we're going to take those hands and bring them to our eyes. Gently rest them on our eyes. We want to see clearly. And we're going to bring those hands to our ears. We want to be able to hear with goodness and wholeness. And then we're going to bring our hands to the back of our neck, allowing for some softness to happen here, to relax those shoulders a little bit more. One more breath. And we'll let the hands gently come back to the knees or the thighs. And we're going to lift our chin up towards the ceiling, getting a nice stretch in the front of the neck. Relax those shoulders down, lift up through the sternum. Maybe you jut your chin up towards the sky. Deep breath in. And on an exhale, gently allow that chin to bow towards the chest. Feel a nice stretch in the back of the neck. Between the shoulder blades, maybe you rock your head side to side. Feel into it a little bit more. One more time, lift the chin up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch in the front of the neck. Maybe take your gaze up. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, bow the chin to the chest. Allow a moment to feel the stretch. Then we'll bring the head back to center, and we're simply taking our gaze past our right shoulder, just getting a stretch on the left side of the neck. Maybe you practice rolling those shoulders down and away, sitting up a little bit taller, and engaging your core a little bit here. Nice inhale in. And exhale, bring the head back to center. Take it to the other side. Take your gaze past your left shoulder. Feel the stretch down the right side of your neck. Relax that right shoulder down and away. Deep breath in. And exhale, bring the head back through center. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we're reaching the fingertips up towards the sky. Find length in all four sides of the torso. And on an exhale, right hand to left knee, left fingertips float around behind. They kiss the earth. We sit up nice and tall for an inhale. Engage the core. And on an exhale, we look past that left shoulder. Ooh, let yourself enjoy the stretch. Lift up tall through the sternum. Inhale, come back through center. Reach those fingertips up. Maybe this time you look up. Exhale, take it to the other side. Left hand to right knee, right fingertips float around behind. They kiss the earth. We sit up nice and tall with an inhale. And exhale, we journey into that twist. See if you can feel this in your mid and upper back. Nice. Gently come back through center. Find your way here, and then we're going to make our way to our tabletop position. Finding all fours, wrists under shoulders, knees underneath hip points. Nice. Now, once we arrive here, settling down through our knees, making sure we feel nice and stable, we're going to walk our palms past our shoulders a little bit. Allow the hips to come forward and down, finding kind of a tall cobra or an up dog here, but we can keep the knees on the earth. Let the back arch, let the heart shine forward, let the crown lift. Inhale in. Exhale, peel those hips back, curl those toes under, and then lift up to a downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, knees come down to the floor, hips come forward, chest lifts, gaze lifts. Let yourself arch your back as much as the body allows. And exhale, take it back to that downward facing dog. Let's just do two more. Inhale, knees come down to the earth. Hips come forward, gaze lifts. Roll those shoulders back. Exhale, round it through, send it up, downward facing dog. Last one. Inhale, knees come down, hips come forward, chest lifts. Exhale, take it back to that downward facing dog. Nice. Take a moment now to pedal through your feet, to ground down through your knuckles and your fingertips, to melt your heart towards your thighs. See if you can feel a stretch in your armpits and in your chest area. Really let that stretch happen in the back of the legs. Maybe you tick-tock the hips. Maybe you dance the feet around. One more breath here. Nice. Bring the knees back down to the earth. Find your tabletop position, walking the palms underneath the shoulders. Bring the big toes to touch. Open the knees as wide as feels comfortable. We're leaning into our left hand, reaching the right fingertips up towards the sky, finding a nice twist. Exhale, right hand goes underneath the left arm. We bring the right shoulder and the head down to the earth, finding our thread the needle. When you arrive here, left hand plants itself about 6 inches in front of your nose. And then see if you can square off your hips, bringing them to the right side a little bit, grounding down through your knees, and then see if you can find that nice twist in the upper body, letting the head rest on the floor, but not putting too much pressure there. Letting the arms and the shoulders take some of that weight. One more breath. Then we'll lift back up, find our tabletop position, readjust our hands, make sure we feel nice and stable, and then we're leaning into the right hand, left fingertips reach up to the sky. We open that chest. Exhale, left hand threads underneath the right arm, left shoulder, and the head come down to the earth. Take your gaze to the right here. You don't have to smush your nose into the mat. Rearrange that right hand so that it's in front of your face. And then square off your hips. Wiggle those hips around until you can feel the weight distributed evenly. Find your twist. One more breath here. Beautiful. Lift it back up. Find that tabletop position. Walk the knees underneath the hips. And then allow the sits bones to reach back towards the heels. You can curl the toes under if you'd like here. And then crawl your fingertips towards the front edge of the mat and bring your forehead down to the earth, as close to the earth as it can. Drape your belly over your thighs. Really reach those fingertips towards the top edge of the mat and lift your elbows up as best as you can, grounding down through the palms. Inhale in here. Long exhale. Then we're going to keep the hands where they are. Lift our hips all the way up. Come forward. Find our half plank. So hips are forward and down. Core is engaged here. We're pushing the earth away. We take a breath in. Exhale. We lower down halfway. Inhale to lift. Exhale, tailbone towards the heels. We're going to do this a few times. Inhale, come forward, find your half plank, engage that core, push the earth away. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale to lift. Exhale, tailbone towards the heels. Inhale to lift, come forward. Exhale, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale to lift. Exhale, peel those hips back, bow the forehead down. Let's do one more. Inhale to lift, come forward, find your half plank. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale to lift. Exhale, find that child's pose variation, bow the forehead down. One breath here. Nicely done. We're rising on up, finding our tabletop, and then sending it up to downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet, ground down through the palms. Make sure you feel nice and secure. Feet are about hip width distance apart, toes pointing forward. Then we're going to ground down through the left heel and lift the right leg up towards the sky. Push into those palms as best as you can. Reach through that right heel, deep breath in. Exhale, bring that knee into the chest. Come forward into your plank. And then step that right foot up to the top of the mat, finding a runner's lunge. See if you can keep that back knee lifted. Press down through both feet. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Really activate that front quad, that thigh bone, or that thigh muscle. Roll the shoulders away. One more breath here. Nice. Then we're coming into pyramid. So you're going to pivot on that back foot, bringing it about a third of the way up the mat. Ground that left heel down. You can keep that front knee bent as you get comfortable in the pose.
Nice. Then when you're ready, you're going to start practicing straightening through that right leg. And maybe you need to lift up a little bit and bring your hands to your shin and find that stretch in the back of your leg. If you're able to bring your fingertips to the earth, wonderful. You can keep it up nice and tall, or you can bow your forehead towards your knee. Let yourself breathe here. See if you can peel back with that right hip crease and dial the left hip forward a little bit, evening out through those hips. Nicely done. One more breath. Beautiful. Bend through that front knee. Plant your palms on the earth. Step that right foot back. Find your downward facing dog. One breath here. Beautiful. Rearrange your feet. Make sure that they're about hip width distance apart. Ground down through your knuckles. And get yourself ready to ground down through the right heel. Lift the left leg up towards the sky. Find that lift with that left leg. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend that left knee. Bring it into the chest. Come forward into your plank. Push the earth away from you. And then step that left foot up between the palms and find your runner's lunge. You might need to rearrange that back foot. See if you can keep that back knee lifted. Press into that front foot. Find a lift with your front body. Find a little bit of a lift in the hips. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. One more breath here. And we'll come into that pyramid. We're pivoting on that back foot, bringing it about a third of the way up the mat, grounding down through the heel. Toes are pointing as forward as our body allows. Then we're going to see if we can find where our hands want to be, whether on the shin or on the floor. And when we're ready, we start to straighten through that left leg and perhaps bow our forehead towards our knee. Let that breath come nice and smooth. See if you can peel back with that left hip crease. Dial the right hip forward. Enhance the stretch just a little bit. One more breath here. Beautiful. Bend through that front knee. Plant your palms. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Melt your heart towards your thighs. Maybe rock your head yes and no. Nice and soft in the neck. Relaxed in the jaw. Pushing your heart towards your knees. One more breath here. Then we're bringing those knees down to the earth, bringing them nice and close together, big toes to touch. We'll send the tailbone back towards the heels, drape the belly over the thighs, and then reach the fingertips towards the back edge of the mat. Bow the forehead down to the earth and let the shoulders round forward. Take a moment here to feel your belly press against your thighs as you inhale in. Feel those shoulder blades spread and a softening as you exhale out. Nicely done. We're going to take it into a bunny posture. So you're going to grab onto the soles of your feet or your heels. So get a nice good grip on those feet. Feel the heat of your hands on your feet. Maybe yours are cold like mine. Then we're going to bow our chin towards our chest and tuck the crown of our head to the earth. So you really want to tuck that chin in. Crown of the head comes to the earth. Then we're going to push into the tops of our feet and into our knees and lift our hips up towards the sky, really rolling onto the crown of the head, grabbing onto those feet with those hands, finding some traction there, really rounding through the spine. See if you can take some pressure out of the crown of your head by really enacting through the knees and the feet, making the legs take most of the weight here. One more breath. And we'll let those hips come back down to the earth. Ooh. Bring the palms underneath the shoulders. Lift ourselves all the way back up to our tabletop position. Table toes. Find that table here, and let's take one cat-cow round to help that lower back release. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward, lift the gaze. Exhale, round it through, push the earth away. Nicely done. Come back to your nice neutral spine. Walk your palms forward once again. And this time, let your hips and your pubic bone come all the way down to the earth. Wiggle yourself around until you feel nice and secure there. And then we're going to come into a sphinx. So we're going to walk our elbows forward so that we have a nice foundation here and we feel the lower rib cage lift up off of the mat. So pubic bone is grounded down, elbows are right underneath shoulders. Try to bring them into the midline. If they're spread out wide and you can feel the bottom of your rib cage resting on the floor, dial those elbows in, make the forearms parallel, push the earth away from you. Clench your butt cheeks, activate those glutes so that you protect your lower back and press into the tops of your feet. Press the chest forward, roll the shoulders away from the ears, lift up through the crown. Nice deep breath in here. Long exhale out. Let yourself settle in. Beautiful. Now we're going to activate the whole body here. We're going to curl our toes under, engage the core, hug that belly button into the spine, and then lift your hips up off of the earth, finding a forearm plank. Press into your palms and your forearms, dome through the upper back body, engage your core, and tucking your rib cage down towards your hips. Nicely done. Now you can stay here. You can even bring your knees back down to the earth. You can take breaks whenever you need to. If you want more, you're going to start to walk your feet up towards your elbows as your hips lift up towards the sky, just like in downward facing dog. So just walk those feet forward as much as feels comfortable. Press down through the forearms and the palms. Try to keep the crown lifted up off of the mat. Engaging through the upper body here. Finding our head below our heart once again. Arms are working hard. Try to keep that breath nice and long. One more inhale here. And a long exhale. Nicely done. Walk the feet back out to your forearm plank. Find nice, strong movement here, controlled movement. And then we'll gently lower those hips down to the earth. Ooh, gentle. Send the elbows wide. Make a pillow out of your palms and let yourself rest. Wiggle the hips if you need to. Feel your belly press against the floor. Let your head relax, your arms relax. One more breath. Nicely done. Let's bring the palms underneath the shoulders. Push ourselves up to our tabletop position. Then we're going to swing our legs to one side, any side, come to our seat, and then come all the way down to our backs. Let yourself come to your back and hug your knees into your chest. Let that lower back release on the floor. Let your upper body soften. Maybe rock your knees side to side or make circles with them. Just feel into that lower back. Now we're going to see if we can come into a bit of a shoulder stand practice. So if this is your first time doing so, let's take it in stages. If you know where you're going, allow yourself to find your way there. We're going to bring both palms to the earth, down by our sides, palms face down, And then we're going to engage our core and really hug our knees into our chest. This is sort of bus stop number 1, pushing down into the palms and really engaging the core so that your lower back lifts up off of the earth and the knees are really hugged into the chest. You can hang out here, or you can practice hugging those knees in and seeing if you can lift your hips up and your knees come towards your face. Just practice seeing if you can lift the knees up, engage the core, and then see if you can bring them back down. Do that a couple of times. Nice. Feel that core engage. Try to keep nice and soft in the neck, distance between the chin and the chest. And then if it feels right, see if you can really lift those hips up and maybe bring your hands to the lower back, to your hips, so that you can find some stability here. Now maybe the knees stay bent. They can even come towards your face. You could even rest your knees on your forehead, finding it here. If you feel like it, you could send your feet up towards the ceiling. Now, if you notice that your breathing is restricted, try to soften through your throat. Create distance between your chin and your chest. See if you can really lift those hips up off of the earth, holding onto those hips with your hands. If your feet are extended up towards the ceiling, maybe you rotate the ankles, maybe you point and flex the feet. Just get a little pumping action in the legs here, a little cleanse for the lymphatic system, the circulatory system. Let's see if we can take one more breath here. Nice. Now gently bend the knees, bring them back in towards your chest, and then release the hips and allow them to come down to the earth. Whew. Let the feet come down. Let the heart relax. Send the legs out long. Find your way to Shavasana. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Rotate the palms face up beside you. Let the body relax. Let the heart soften. Let the jaw relax. Feel that fiery heat that we built up a little bit. Maybe you've got a little bit of a shake going on. Notice what's happening in your head, in your ears, in your shoulders. Take a moment for that pitta to calm, for that balance to happen in mind and in the head space, the crown, letting the whole central nervous system calm back down again. Let's just take one more breath here. Then we'll gently bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the earth, roll onto your left side, and gently push yourself back up to a seated position. Comfortable seat of your choice. You can be on your knees, you can be in Baddha Konasana, you can find easy pose or Sukhasana with me. Let the shoulders relax. Feel that lift in the front body, that grounding through the back body. Let the face soften. Bring the palms together at the heart. Just activating that heart space, tuning into that area of the body. Bringing all of the spine and the chakras into balance. Head over heart, over pelvis. I move toward my goals with energy and enthusiasm. I remind myself to have patience with myself
and with others. I allow my need for action to be balanced with grace and gentleness. A nice deep breath in here. And a gentle bow, bringing the thumbs to the third eye. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I hope that it serves you well. And I can't wait to see you next time. Don't forget to hit that like button, to follow my page so that you can keep updated with all the content that I provide. And I hope you have a wonderful time, and I hope you return to this practice whenever you need a little bit of tune in to that Aries energy. Thank you again, my friend. I'll see you soon.